Jai Shri Gurudev. Welcome to Biology online class. See, in the previous class, we have already discussed about the measures to control overpopulation. See, today we are going to study about birth control methods. See, there are various birth control methods are available. The first one is natural methods. The natural methods are also known as traditional methods. Barriers, IUDs. IUD means intrauterine devices. Intrauterine devices. Oral contraceptives, injectables, implants and surgical methods. See, these are the various birth control methods. That is natural method, barriers, IUDs, intrauterine devices, oral contraceptives, injectables, implants and surgical methods. First, let us see the natural methods. See, the natural methods are also known as traditional methods. The natural methods works on the principle of it prevents the chances of sperm and ovum meeting, or you can say the physical meeting of sperm and ovum. See, the natural methods works on the principle of preventing the chances of sperm and ovum meeting. Sperm ಮತ್ತೆ ovum physically meet ಆಗುವಂತಹ chances ಅನ್ನು prevent ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So that is the principle. Natural methods. Principle of natural methods. So there are three natural methods are there. The first one is periodic abstinence. Periodic abstinence. See, this method of contraception is based on the knowledge of menstrual cycle. See, this method of contraception means prevention of pregnancy. I am talking about birth control methods only. Periodic abstinence. See, this method of contraception based on the knowledge of the menstrual cycle. See, in periodic abstinence, the couple should avoid the coitus, or you can say copulation. The couple should avoid coitus from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle. See, ಈ ಮೆಥಡನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್. See, in this method, the couple should avoid coitus, or you can say copulation, or you can say sexual intercourse from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle. See, when ovulation could be expected, as the chances of fertilization are very high. Chances of fertilization are very high. Chances of fertilization are very high. So that's why this period is also known as fertile period. This period is also known as fertile period. So the periodic abstinence means the couple should avoid coitus from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle when ovulation could be expected. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle ಅಲ್ಲಿ ovulation ಆಗುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. as you all know that ovulation occurs during the 14th day of menstrual cycle. So that's why during this period ovulation could be expected and the chance of fertilization is very high. So that's why this period is also known as fertile period. So that's why the couple should avoid the coitus from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle. See, this method of contraception is based on the knowledge of menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is divided into 4 phases. See, the first phase is called menstrual phase. First to 5th day. First to 5th day of menstrual cycle is called menstrual phase. is called menstrual phase, and 6th to, you can say 9th day, 6th to 9th day, during this period the follicles are developed. The follicles are developed. During this period the follicles are developed, in the sense the ovulation will not occur from 6th to 9th day of menstrual cycle. So that's why this period is referred as safe period. This period is referred as safe period. So 6th ಇಂದ 9th ಡೇ ತನಕ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪೀರಿಯಡಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗದಲೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದಿಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಫೇಸಲ್ಲಿ 10th to 17th ಡೇ ತಗೋಣ. 10th to 17th ಡೇ, ಆಸ್ ಐ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್, during this period ovulation could be expected and the chance of fertilization is very high, and this period is also known as fertile period. So that's why the couple should avoid the coitus from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle, because this period is also known as fertile period. Fertile period, and ovulation occurs during the 14th day of menstrual cycle. 14th day of menstrual cycle ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 10th to 17th ಡೇ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಅನ್ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪೀರಿಯಡಲ್ಲಿ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ unsafe period for coitus. See, the last phase of menstrual cycle, that is you can take 18th day to 28th day. Ovulation already ಈ period ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, and the viability period of ovum is about 24 hours, and the viability period of sperm is about 48 hours. ಸೊ ಓವಮಿನ ವಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ 24 hours ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ದು ವಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ 48 hours ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 18th to 28th ಡೇ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆ ಪೀರಿಯಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಅನ್ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ, because ovulation could be expected during this period. So that's why I already told this method is completely based on the knowledge of menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is divided into how many phases? 4 phases. Okay, the first phase is called menstrual phase. See, during this phase there is a breakdown of endometrium wall and its blood vessels results in menstrual flow. That is from 1st to 5th day of menstrual cycle. 1st to 5th day of menstrual cycle, this period is called menstrual phase. Then 6th ಇಂದ 9th day of menstrual cycle ಇವಾಗ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಫ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಫಾರ್ coitus. And then from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle, ovulation could be expected during this period and chance of fertilization is very high, and that's why this period is also known as fertile period. So that's why couples should avoid the coitus from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle. See, this is called periodic abstinence. Why the couple should avoid the coitus during 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle? Because ovulation could be expected in this period. Ovulation occurs during the 14th day of menstrual cycle, and the chance of fertilization is very high during this period. Hence it is called fertile period. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಯ್ಟಸ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ 14th ಡೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪೀರಿಯಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಚಾನ್ಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪೀರಿಯಡನ್ನು ಫರ್ಟೈಲ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದ ಕಪಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಕಾಯ್ಟಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ 10th to 17th ಡೇ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್, and from 18th to 28th day again it is considered as safe period. So by avoiding the coitus during unsafe period. See, this is actually unsafe period. By avoiding the coitus during unsafe period, the conception can be prevented. Conception means pregnancy, or you can say fertilization can be prevented. So by avoiding the coitus during unsafe period, conception can be prevented, or you can say fertilization can be prevented. See, this is about periodic abstinence. Periodic abstinence. The second one is withdrawal method or coitus interruptus. See, in this method, the male partner is going to withdraws his penis from vagina So in this method, the male partner is going to withdraw his penis from vagina before ejaculation of the semen in order to avoid insemination. See, in order to avoid insemination, insemination means the releasing of sperms into female reproductive tract is called insemination. In order to avoid insemination, the male partner is going to withdraw his penis from the vagina before ejaculation in order to prevent insemination. See, this method is known as withdrawal or coitus interruptus. This is the second natural method used for birth control. And the third one is lactational amenorrhea. And the third one is lactational amenorrhea. See, the lactational amenorrhea, it is also one of the natural method. See, the ovulation and menstrual cycle. The ovulation as well as menstrual cycle. The ovulation as well as menstrual cycle do not occur during intense lactation period. During intense lactation period. Intense lactation period, that is after the delivery, or you can say parturition. See, after the delivery, during intense lactation period in the sense during nursing period, the ovulation and menstrual cycle do not occur. So the ovulation and menstrual cycle do not occur during intense lactation period. So that's why the chance of conception is almost nil. Conception chance almost nil irutte. Yake anta andre, so mother nursing ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟೇ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಲ್. ಬಟ್ this method has been reported to be effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months. Only up to a maximum period of 6 months. This method has been reported to be effective only up to maximum period of 6 months. See, after the delivery, during nursing period, the chance of conception is almost nil, because during that period the ovulation and menstrual cycle do not occur, and this method has been reported to be effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months. ಬರೀ 6 ಮಂತ್ಸ್ ತನಕ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ, ಸೊ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ 6 ಮಂತ್ಸ್ ತನಕ ಏನು ಮದರು ನರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಮಗುಗೆ ನರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಪೀರಿಯಡಲ್ಲಿ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಸೈಕಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ವೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಮಾತ್ರ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪೀರಿಯಡನ್ನು 6 ಮಂತ್ಸ್ ತನಕ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So this method has been reported to be effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months. See, the chance of conception almost nil during nursing period because ovulation and menstrual cycle do not occur. See, what is lactational amenorrhea? What is lactational amenorrhea? Lactational amenorrhea is defined as ovulation and menstrual cycle do not occur during intense lactation period, and that's why the chance of conception is almost nil. That is the definition of lactational amenorrhea. Menstrual cycle, ovulation, lactation period, intense lactation period after the delivery agadilla. That is the definition of lactational amenorrhea. See, these are the three natural methods. The first one is periodic abstinence. What is periodic abstinence? The couple should avoid the coitus from 10th to 17th day of menstrual cycle, but this method of contraception is based on the knowledge of menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle ಬಗ್ಗೆ knowledge ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. Next one, withdrawal or coitus interruptus. So the male partner is going to withdraw his penis from the vagina before ejaculation in order to prevent insemination. Insemination means the releasing of sperms into female genital tract. So to avoid insemination, the male partner is going to withdraw his penis from the vagina before ejaculation. That is the definition of withdrawal or coitus interruptus. See, the third one is what is lactational amenorrhea? The ovulation and menstrual cycle do not occur during intense lactation period, and the chance of conception is almost nil. See, these are all natural methods, as there is no medicines are used and devices are used. No devices, no medicines are used in these natural methods. So that's why the side effects are almost nil. The side effects are almost nil, but the chance of failure through this method is high. Failure ಆಗೋ chances ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, but side effects almost nil ಇದೆ because no medicines and devices are used here. So that's why the side effects are almost nil, but the chance of failure through this method is very high. Thank you.